Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Rakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Shalom to my Akim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations but are actually Yasharallah. This is what the Couple Cup community would know lesson. And today's lesson, this is very surprising, and I even talked about this before with a brother. It was just not even that big of a talk. It was just a quick, like, 2-second realization. And basically, this, number one, me personally, I have always been a fan of the Final Fantasy games. I've always played a lot of them, most of them. All right. Well, maybe not most, but yeah, I've at least beaten a lot, or half, or tried half, most, or something like that. And the thing about this is that this is something that I definitely want. They said that it's going to come out spring of 2027. Now, obviously, I'm not saying anything about like, Yahushua is going to return December 2026. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, or the reason, or the thing that I'm trying to say is that, or the thing that I'm trying to get at is that for me, not for me, but for people in general, oftentimes it's stuff like this, or this brings up the topic of, quote, I don't may the Lord come later, or after X, Y, and Z, or after GTA 6 before he returns, end quote. Like, that's basically the thought that did not come to mind, but it came to my mind in terms of I want to make a video on this, because, and the reason why is because my mind, I'm not saying this to brag, I'm just generally saying it, my mind did not go to, I hope YAHAWAH waits for after this game releases to come and stuff like that. No, I didn't think that. The only thing that I thought in my mind was, okay, wow, I want to play this game, but at the same time, I genuinely do not care. This is me saying this is a very wild and crazy thing to say. All right, because anyone that knows me close enough, they know that I definitely want to play this game. Like, this game is definitely like top 5 most wanted games that I want to play or whatever. But yet, despite that, the thing comes in where, for me, I've gotten into the spirit, that I am able to put my hobbies, my desires, my lust to the side, to say, fuck that. Above all else, it's Yahawadah first, and then everything else second. All right, and I genuinely hope, I genuinely pray to Yahawadah that there are no delays. Like, if the Lord came tomorrow and I never got to play Final Fantasy 7 Revelations, I'm literally gonna be okay with that. Okay, a little disappointed, but I don't care. I honestly do not care. I would never risk fucking I would never risk salvation over a fucking video game. All right, like, that's the thing that we really need to think about. Are we thinking? Let me get this. 1 John 2 verse 15: Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For if any man love the world, the love of the Father is in heaven. Hold on, wait. Bear with me one moment. Slakia. Slakia. So as I, oh crap. as I was saying, First John 2 verse 15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So basically, the thing here is that for us, we should not be loving the world. We should not be wanting, desiring the world over YAHAWAH. So as a result of that, the main thing that should be on our mind, the number one thing, the number one priority, not no top 5, not no top 10, not no top 3. The number one thing that should be on your mind is salvation first. All right. Slocky, I was thinking about something on myself, but the main thing, as I said before, that should be number one, and then everything else comes second. All right. So as a result of that, when you see something like, oh man, I'm gonna get this new thing, or things are working out, things are looking good, feeling good, X, Y, and Z, or whatever, and stuff like that. The main thing is that for us, we should not be thinking that, oh man, I really want to get this, or this is gonna turn out good for me. So you really need to be able to abandon that for salvation. And even then, because I've heard people talk and say stuff like, oh, YAHAWASHI, please don't come in this time frame or something like that, which that is wild to me. That's baffling. I am genuinely I'm almost offended about hearing that type of stuff, because I cannot imagine hearing someone say, YAHAWASHI, don't come this year or next year, wait 5 years to come so I can enjoy this stuff like that. That to me says that people, they really do not, number one, they do not love the Lord. The Lord YAHAWASHI is not their number one priority. Okay. And apparently, I have never heard anyone, I've never known anyone to say that. Oh, actually, no, I don't think I have heard someone say that. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, technically, I don't think I've heard anyone say that. But I have heard people say that they've heard people say that, where that to me, it's just it's wild, and that it just goes to show that these people are carnal. How do you have to be so carnal that you want to live in this garbage ass world where the biggest thing that you'll get is some consolation prize, which is not even you're never going to be at the top of the brass in terms of Esau's society. It's literally set up to oppress us, but yet you have people that think, oh, I'm going to pray for this, I'm going to pray for the opposite of salvation and stuff like that. What is wrong with these people? All right, it genuinely does not make any sense to be thinking like that. What you have waiting for you is salvation, and people honestly, Slakia, people think that heaven is such a boring place and stuff like that. It's just how do you think like that? How do you come to these conclusions? All right, and you know what? I shouldn't even have to explain that shit. That's so stupid. It's so base that why does someone have to explain to you how good heaven is going to be? Why does someone have to explain to you that heaven is better than this society right now, and heaven is better than fucking hell? And you know what's funny? Do you know genuinely what's funny, Slocky? This is becoming more of a rant or some shit, but there was this one demonic bitch that I did a lesson on, where she literally complained and said that I definitely don't want to go to heaven. I want to go to hell where all the smart people are. I want to go to hell where all the this, that, and the third, X, Y, and Z. Heaven is so lame and stuff like that. Is this bitch dumb? And by the way, I also want to point out that when it comes to hell, there is no place of perpetually burning thing or whatever. That's not how. There's no place like that in the scriptures. But basically, the thing is that Slaki, basically the thing is that for specifically heaven, you know, with Yahawash Malashai, everything. Let me get that. Luke chapter 12 verse 31, but rather seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh, and all these things must be shall be added unto you. Hold on, let me get more context. Luke 12 verse 28, if then Yahweh so clothe the grass which is today in the field and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? And seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind, for all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of those things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh, and all these things shall be added unto you. Alright, so basically, verse 32, enter not, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. So basically, the Lord wants to bless us. The Lord wants to give us, just like with King Solomon. King Solomon, we asked Yahweh for wisdom. He didn't ask for things, but because King Solomon wanted what was righteous, all right, because King Solomon asked or wanted for what was righteous, then Yahawadah blessed him with more. And even King David, Yahweh, he said, I want to give you all the things that you want. So why is it that you went about a wicked way when King David slept with another Uriah the Hittite's wife? All right, why did King David basically was like, or Yahweh basically told King David, why the fuck did you do that when if you literally anything you wanted, I would have given it to you. All right, I would have given you better. I would have given you something else. You something that was righteous, something better that was righteous. But you went and did this wicked ass shit. So now you have to suffer the consequences for it. And then with King Solomon asked for wisdom, and then the Lord blessed him with more than just wisdom. All right, like this is how the Lord operates. The Lord wants to bless us. The Lord wants us to have more than we need. But yet you have so many wicked ass Israelites that are too fixated on the wrong things. All right. So as a result of that, that's where this is what ties in where, yes, I may want to play this game, all right, like really badly, but it's not that desire should be overshadowed from my desire for Yahawadah to seek and please Yahawadah and the kingdom. The kingdom should be 1,000,000 times more important to me than some freaking game. All right, and again, like this is not I'm using this as something that hits close to home, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. This is what me and my brother had said. A brother had said with me. We were basically saying that, you know, through the spirit, this seems the name Revelation. It seems pretty spiritual, and you know, obviously, like we don't know if everything's gonna pop off now or around the time of the game launch or something like that. But all I will say is that definitely hoping that Yahawadah, the Lord, pops some stuff off, some bigger stuff off, either before before, maybe during, I don't know, preferably before, because again, as I said before, while I may want to play the game, I genuinely I'm not prioritizing the game over salvation. I would rather take salvation over the game and stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, the thing here is that for us, for us brothers and sisters in the truth, we need to keep our priorities in check and examine yourself. If you're thinking that, man, I want to go do this before my priority being YAHAWAH and stuff like that. Like, that is something where you gotta really examine yourself and think like, oh, you know what, that is going off. Let me take a step back and let me do what I need to do. Do what's right. All right, like, that's the main thing. That's the important stuff. Matthew 24 verse 48. But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and this is again part of what I was talking about, where you're gonna have so many people that say, oh, well, the Lord's not gonna come. And you know, that's, hold on, let me get that as well. Hold on. It was here. Proverbs 22 verse 13. The slothful man saith, there's a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. Basically, the thing here is how there's a lion roaming about in the streets. If I go out there, I'm not going to be able to fulfill my part. I'm not going to be able to, fulfill my obligations to Yahawadah. And, this is basically an excuse to be lazy. All right, when in reality, that lion shouldn't be an excuse for you to just stop. All right, and the parallel here is that the lion metaphorically would basically be, okay, well, the Lord is not coming. I don't see any signs or anything like that, or nothing has happened yet. So whatever, I'm just gonna focus on the game, or I'm gonna focus on my life with all this other stuff and whatever, or all the plans that I have set up. That's basically how people are thinking, where rather than focusing on Yahawadah perpetually, never giving up. All right, which Slakia, obviously, it's not like always a 100% of the time thing. Obviously, the Lord expects us to have some semblance of hobbies in terms of stuff like that, where you don't really need to like 24/7. It's not 24/7 to always be focused on Yahawadah. You don't want to burn out of this truth, so it's good to have some hobbies and stuff like that. But aside from that, yes, we should always be prioritizing Yahawadah, but at the same time, our hobbies should not take precedence over Yahawadah, where we're saying that, okay, well, I want to play GTA 6 or whatever. Which, by the way, when the fuck does that game come out? Because I was hearing, and that's how you know that I don't care about that game as much. But I'm just using that as a more general comparison, because people actually do care about that game. Oh wow, I think they delayed it like 5 times or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So people could be saying like, oh, I don't want Yahawadah to return before GTA 6 comes or some shit like that. Like, that's basically the type of mindset that a lot of people end up adopting. All right. So, with that being said, let's continue on. Matthew 6 verse 19. Lay not for yourselves treasure upon earth, where moth and rust do with corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do with corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So we're not supposed to be building up wealth, or not even wealth. Yes, wealth at the same time, but more specifically, our empire, quote unquote empire, on the earth. We're supposed to be building it up in the kingdom, because the kingdom is 1,000 times better. Number one, as well as that it is again directly correspondence to, my allegiance is to Yahawadah. Hence, I'm going to focus on Yahawadah rather than some wickedness that is, a part of this world, all right, or that's taken hold of this world. So yeah, you don't want the place that has the corruption in it. You want the kingdom which is pure. All right. Micah 2 verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. You don't want a part of this polluted ass kingdom. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. Hold on. Well, yeah, just generally, as I was in conclusion, I just want to point out that some people might have certain desires for certain things, but it is for us that we acknowledge that we do not let this get in the way of salvation or get in the way of our obligations to YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI. So as a result of that, we really have to stay focused on, keep our eyes on the prize. Number one priority, YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI, the kingdom, rather than literally anything else. Because again, this is just one example for me. But again, I already told you how this is not getting in the way of me wanting the kingdom. I'm still going to pray that YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI delivers us fucking yesterday, today, tomorrow, whatever. All right, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I don't care how much I want. I don't care what I need. I don't care how amazing that they have all the features and stuff like that they put in the game, or if they tailor-made it specifically for me. That is not my priority. I want to be delivered first and foremost. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Shem Yahawashi, by Shem Double honor to the elders and apostles, great mill, son of God, Shalom.